Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here, to be live. Oh, look, my cord's in the whatever. I'll wait until a few more people get in here. Hi, Bob. Hi, Kat. Bob, I'll give you a wrench, but I don't know if I can trust you to stay in lawful good while you're in the chat. So I'm going to hold back from giving you a wrench, dude. Okay. Background music is good. Right? I got my coffee, got my crystal grid, I've got my carbs and my water, so I'm all good to go. Sure, sure. I have pants on. Oh, you will go put pants on. Haha, that's so funny. Yeah, that's a good idea. Not that I can see you. At least not right now. I'm not focusing on remote viewing at the moment. Yay, more people joined. Say hello, please, so I can acknowledge you. Hi, Krista. Oh, are you napping or what? That was easy. You retracted your, that's funny. Krista is someone who contacted me via, I think after watching one of my videos. Oh, your phone is great. It's called the quantum keyboard. It does what it wants. Just deal with it and move forward. You know. No. Hi, Mel. Mel, I'm going to give you a wrench, love. We'll spend a few minutes just chit-chatting. I see 7 people on. Yay! I love it. Thank you. I did spend a little time putting a face on because my test this morning, I was still in my pajamas and unshowered and stuff. La 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 la. Anyway, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've gone live last. Probably 3 because I think Ray was still here. Thank you. Okay, who's messing with my cards already? Barely getting started. Yay, Magi's here. Cool. If you're in the room, I'd love to see who's here. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time messing with my buttons. Just say hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I got 3, I got 6. I'm showing 8. Anyway, so I must have a couple of viewers who don't have channels themselves. Yay, Chris is here. Awesome. Gotcha, Mel. Mel and Amber, beautiful. So geez. Last live, Ray was here. Ray is not here. Obviously, if you've been watching my channel, he's gone. Hi, Ash. Welcome, welcome. I actually have the house to myself today. Wednesdays are now my days off. The girls are at school. My roommate is at work. So it's just me. A lot has happened since Ray has been gone. Obviously, my kiddo is back. She's in school now. I left my self-employment and took a job at Fantastic Sam's. However, I am working on pursuing other interests and getting myself in alignment with where I want to be, which is working more in the healing energy arts. You guys are funny. Have had lots of weird Mandela things. Some of you, I know I told this too, but I don't know who else really here and watching. When Ray was here, we experienced a real-time Mandela effect, timeline, quantum shift, whatever. We were on our way to a Starbucks. And it's a Starbucks I had frequented many times. It was on northeast corner of an intersection next to a Sprouts building. And as I was driving north on the street, I could actually see it off to the northeast. And in the time it took me to cross an intersection, go past a building that blocked my view, and turn into the parking lot, the Starbucks was no longer there. It was actually catty corner across the street in its own building. So that was fun and exciting, and I had to get all turned around and get back to where it then currently was. And it's still there. It hasn't moved or changed since. I drive by every day, and it still weirds me out just a little bit. Drugs. Well, you know, I don't take massive drugs that cause me to hallucinate. Silly Bob. Why does skin turn green? Drugs are bad, okay. Yeah, well, the bad drugs are drugs. Major pharma drugs and street drugs that get put out there to control the masses. Yeah, those are bad drugs. But things that come from the earth that were given to us as medicine, that's a different story. Yeah, pharma is bad. Very good. Oh, yeah. Tears. I'm crying. Not today. I'm all smiles. How's everyone been doing with the energy between the lunar eclipse and the Lionsgate 8/8 today? Myself, yesterday and the day before, I woke up from very long slumber times, irrationally exhausted in all forms. And it took me both days, about half a day, to get some energy and strength for myself, as well as the day prior, feeling really irrationally emotional, and not just sad, but all the emotions. I kind of popped in and listened. Yeah, I know, exhausted. Yeah, today's pretty good. Actually, I slept really well last night, and it's been pretty good now. So yeah, the emotional day was weird. I'm just going to chalk it up to the collective, because there were a lot of other empaths and people in our community that were feeling that way too. Possibly some clearing too from most recent experiences. So crazy emotions. Oh my gosh, I battled tears all day 2-3 days ago. It was crazy. So just move through it, flow through it, release what's got to be released, and send love to the collective, and peace and calm, and hope that that will bring better experience on my end. And chocolate. I don't know, if I eat chocolate while I'm doing this, I'll have chocolate on my teeth, and that's not a pretty sight. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Krista. Today does feel really light. We are definitely in the Lionsgate portal, and then we have another lunar eclipse on the 11th. Lunar? Solar. It's the solar eclipse on the 11th. And then the full moon on the 26th. So, oh no, you lost sound? Can you not hear me? Let me see. Here, let's do this. I'll turn my background music off and see if that helps at all. Okay. All right, cool. Hi, Chelsea. I don't know if we've met before. I'm Elisha, aka My Quantum Affected Life. Maycal, as most people like to shorten it out to. Glad to have you around. And just hanging out and talking, catching everybody up. I've got my Akashic Tarot out. Everything's been cleared, ready to go for anyone who wants a reading. I did make a video a couple of days ago explaining that I usually do simple 3-card readings or 1-card pulls. And that, you know, we don't do yes or no questions or either ors. This is really a good way to be in access to your Akashic records, and I lost all my chat. There you guys are. I don't know what happened there. Yay! And then Mel just dropped the invite to our Discord server, The Flame. That's where a lot of these lovely, lovely people in chat are from, where I've met them, where we are regularly in fellowship with one another, talking about our personal experiences, our personal inner understandings, our greater understandings, and sharing information alike to grow and to develop as individuals and as a community. Hi, Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You have a fear of public. That's so random, Bob. That's so funny. Bob says he's afraid of public washrooms. I don't blame you there. Most places aren't very good about keeping their public washrooms very sanitary. And I saw my phone beep. I don't know who's beeping me in here. Probably just nothing. Oh, good to see you. All right, cool. Anyway, if there's anybody who'd like a tarot, then we could do that. Am I at 111 subs? That's cool. I love it. Dual sounds. Oh no. Yay, Chelsea wants a reading. Cool. Fun. Oh, the numbers. I love the synchronicities. Okay, so Chelsea, you don't have to, if you don't want to, type your question that you want to ask the cards or delve into in your Akashic records. I'll do my best to show you the cards as well as I'll read the explanation. Now, each of these cards comes with a mini meditation, and I try to always remember to do that with you as we go through the cards. So give me a hands up, Chelsea, when you're ready, and then I'll pull your cards. I know, I love it. One's everywhere. And when I looked at that too, I was at 12:22 on my time, so it's so funny. Anyway, Chelsea, your spotlight right now. So let me know when you're ready and you know what you want to talk with the cards about. All right. First card is the past can be as recent as earlier today till who knows when. The second card is your present situation. And then the third card is your future or resolution or steps to resolution. So we will see where you're going. First card is 11, the Ark of the Covenant reversed. I'll show it to you upright. Let me see. There you go. But it was pulled that way. Second card is Archangel Gabriel, number 3. And your next card is King of Keys in reverse. Ark of the Covenant, another 11 card. I love all these synchronicities that are happening today. So we'll start with the Ark of the Covenant, and I will I'll show you the card upright, and then I will read what's this about. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. 2 men sit by a crackling fire nearby. Reversed, if there are legal dealings at issue, this card reversed could show a broken contract or a failed legal transfer. Be cautious with professionals who care for your investments and other things you value at this time. While they may not be seeking to do you harm, they could be more neglectful than they should be. As significant as legal matters may seem, there is an even more important reference to you karmically. With the card reversed, the Ark of the Covenant is toppled, and you have broken your contract with your higher self. Perhaps you've avoided your karmic work and put your higher purposes aside because you're too busy or it's too hard. or you have knowingly chosen to be directed by your fears and emotional needs instead of what's best for you. In either event, it's time to wake up and renew your covenant, not just in word, but in deed. Your life will simply not work until you do. The mini meditation says, close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Now with the Akashic readings, maybe not the whole card, but part of the card might speak to you, or you might not understand what it's referring to until we've read more cards. Your next card was Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel, the divine messenger, the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and scroll, as well as 2 gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. On his chest, he wears the crest of Mercury, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world and brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors, but no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. Oh, Chelsea, yeah, that could definitely have been. So your next mini meditation says, feel the Archangel Gabriel step before you and place his hand upon you. He fills you with the will to express your words. What do you want to share and with whom? And then your third card, the King of Keys, and he was drawn in reverse. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse toward a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. Keep this in mind if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Reversed. You may have some difficulties with a man at work. There could also be a loss of a job or distancing in a relationship for you or for a man you know. The success you seek may be eluding you right now, or you may be making a great effort without seeing it pay off. At this time, focus on understanding how your life's purpose can complement your career directives. When you have clarity on that, you will know what actions to undertake. Whether you are a man or a woman, the King of Keys reversed might indicate a man of commerce who is stepping away from work and who is not available to you. Now this has a special note, but it only refers to when the Queen and the King of Keys are in the reading together, which they are not. It says, for your meditation, close your eyes and feel yourself step into an important position of power and wealth. You become the King of Keys, and you feel yourself straighten and lift with a new strength and authority. As you survey your world, decide which part of your life you would like to approach with a greater sense of rulership. With the revelation that you were possibly with your divorce, the proceedings of that might have set up some barriers in pursuing some new pursuits is what I'm seeing, and it's about getting back to your inner self and following the things that make you happy, and that you're going to be in a position to be able to do that. You might come across some roadblocks, but you have the power to move through those. So I don't know what you got in the works, or if you've just been thinking about putting something in the works, but I'd say now is the time to start putting some plans of action in place. When you guys sit over here. Yay! Craig is here. Cool. Hello, ascending to beings. Okay, Krista says, want to know if I'm moving in the right direction spiritually in relationships of all kinds, love, friendships, family, and self. Awesome. I just need to shuffle the cards again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't see who all is here. If you've just stepped in, I'd love to see a show of hands or hello so I can address you. Because I'm still getting used to this live thing and I don't know how to see everybody as they pop in. But cool. So, Chelsea, I hope that reading helped give you a little bit more insight to what to do this month. Still early enough in the month to make. Beautiful. Yay, that's good. That makes me so happy. Hi, Champagne. We have a few people in front of you. Krista's next, then Mel, and then we can get to you. But I will absolutely, again, Champagne, I don't know anything about astrology. I'm simply working with the Akashic cards. We can ask the cards in regards to that relationship absolutely when we get there. Aw, Chris, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you would hang out. It's only 8:15, 8:20 your time. Anyway, that's okay. No problem. I can multitask. All right. All right. So, Krista, in relationships of all kinds. First card is the Six of Keys, the Increscent Moon. Second card is One of Roses, Commitment. Third card is 17, the Lookout. Whoa, throwing cards. Quit that. Trying to work here. A man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the Increscent Moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. This is great. There is great opportunity for increase in fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Akashic Force, your mini meditation says, close your eyes and tap into the Increscent Moon's power. Feel the flow of energy, receptivity, and opportunity swell within you. Know that you can bring this force to whatever you wish to increase. How would you like to direct this energy now? Nicolina, I'd be happy to do that for you. There's a queue right now. One of Roses, the Commitment card. This is your current situation or path here. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means that a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past lives is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as the offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate the signing of other types of papers, including the sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, this card is filled with light and indicates that good results are in the offing. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. Close your eyes, and with a deep breath, bring in the word commitment. Feel its energy fill you with dedication and purpose. You are ready to make a priority of every commitment, large and small, in your life, especially to yourself. Yes, ascending to beings. I'm actually a timeline surfer. Hi, 00. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No more past. Crystal, you're funny. Apparently, this is all good stuff. I mean, that's been coming into your life lately. So far, I'm seeing that you need to be open and willing to work cooperatively as well as to work independently within yourself. So we'll go to your final card here. So it's Major Arcana 17, the Lookout, and I will give you a visual of him. A man looks through binoculars from the crow's nest of a great masted ship. A battle is being waged on the deck below him. This card tells you to be on the lookout. There is a challenging situation, perhaps even a battle of sorts around you. You could experience a sudden fall or loss of your position, but if you're aware, you can make a backup plan that will help you ride through this difficult time a little more easily. This phase may be temporary, but it's important to keep your balance. Your strength will carry you through to a better time to come. Special note, whether you receive this card upright or reversed, there is a card nearby that can help you better understand the difficulties at hand and the steps that you can take to leave or to resolve them. Notice the card to which the man is looking with his binoculars. What do the details in that card tell you about your role as lookout in the situation? That refers back to the one of Rose's commitment, commitment to others, commitment to projects, and commitment to yourself. So as long as you stay committed to being involved, anything that may pop up in the future will be a lot smoother if you stay in commitment to those relationships and projects. I know how challenging that can be, but that's what your partnerships and your community, your fellowship is for, is to help you get through those. Let's see. Mel is next. I'm just catching up on chat, you guys. That's awesome. Ascending blessed you before you sneezed. That's funny. Yay, good, Krista. That's awesome. Centered, and don't fail to reach out to the people that you need to be reaching out to, just to cause those reconnections and to start fulfilling those commitments to all those relationships. Your romantic relationships, I don't know what's going on there, but when you give a broad question, you get a broad answer. So, Mel, it is absolutely your turn. Nice, nasty people. Oh, that's funny. You guys are so hilarious. Nicolina, I have champagne after Mel. I'm doing Mel right now, and then I'll do champagne, and then I'll do you. Kat, if you could maybe just put a quick little cue up of the order right now, so everybody knows, because people are popping in as we go. That way they can see who's up. Yeah. Ash, you can get a reading too. You're going to have to join the list. All right, Mel, are you ready? Let me know. Next week. All right. Do you want a 1-card pull or do you want 3? All right, Mel. What does the next week bring for Mel? I don't even care about past, present, future. Let's just talk about this week for Mel. Yes to what? I asked an either or question. Anyway, 6 of Keys and Crescent Moon. I will reread the cards if they come up more than once. And then we have the 4 of Keys, clearing the way. And then 1 of Keys, the Architect. Interesting, though. Keys typically represent value, wealth, success, worth, abundance, career, authority, confidence, achievement, and power that you experience and express. I found it really interesting that you got all keys. I don't know that I've ever had all of the same suit, so to speak, come out in a reading. Yeah, you have lots of keys. That's awesome. And it'll make things really easy for me too. I'm reading. I can never find keys for whatever reason. I think for as much as I've worked with these that I can be able to find the keys. Oh, you guys are so funny. All right, here we go, Mel. 6 of Keys, the Crescent Moon upright. A man works diligently, sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Close your eyes and tap into the increscent moon's power. Feel the flow of energy, receptivity, and opportunity swell within you. Know that you can bring forth this inner force to whatever you wish to increase. How would you like to direct this energy now? All right, 4 of Keys, clearing the way, upright. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flours, sugars, and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even these, victory is assured. There is an abundance of sweet nourishments and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castle are yours. Celebrate. Close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open the door and see what lies ahead. Yeah, right, Mel? It's good. What are you guys talking about? Oh, you're crazy. Oh, Bob, you're so sweet. All right. 1 of Keys, the Architect, which I believe was drawn in the reversed, or was it drawn upright? Does someone remember? You want to see white light in the door? That's funny. It was in the reverse section. I remember now. Thank you, Krista. Appreciate it. You must have. I heard you before you typed it. A man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in this expansive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. In reverse, plans have changed or perhaps have even fallen through. There may be things that you can't seem to control, or maybe you've lost your belief in your own talent and authority. Even if a particularly large task lies before you, don't just give up. It's time to wake up to your power and work the plan. If the plan is in a state of collapse, start a new one, or at least consider some actions that you can take to reclaim your power and start anew. It says whether this card is upright or reversed, look at the adjacent card to which the architect points. It can show you some specifics about your plans or change of plans. It can also alert you to unseen events or people of influence that are not known to you yet. And he actually points back to your clearing the way card. So obviously things are still working out for you and just gotta keep pushing through. I'm going to assume that it's on your QHHT training, but I could be wrong. That's just my intuition, just because I know you. Preliminal! Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're welcome to that belief preliminal, but so far these Akashic cards have a pretty good record. Well, that's kind of the thing about being an empath. People are hurting, we hurt too. You're welcome, Mel. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Champagne, are you still around? Yay! Okay, you were curious about this relationship. Can you? You just shuffle the cards a little bit. Ah, okay, got it. Hi, Jen's Gems. Welcome to the room. We're just about ready to do a 3-card reading for Champagne. Awesome. All right, Champagne. First card is the Scribe in reverse. Second card is King of Scrolls, also in reverse. And then card 19, Reflection, upright. Missed you too, Jen. You need to come around playing. All right, Champagne. The Scribe. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts. But in many, they were the most learned men of their time, people well versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. When you, in reverse, you may be ignoring opportunities for higher learning or uplifting discovery, studies that can take you far above where you find yourself today. Or you may have been asked to lead a group or share your gifts in some way. You haven't responded. In a personal matter, you could be closing your mind to new and broader thought, which limits you from dealing with that issue successfully. Stop holding yourself back. There is more for you, much more. If you assume the mantle of higher intellect every moment, open your mind and keep opening it. Know that this is much more than just positive thinking. It's power thinking. Mini meditation. Think of an interest that you would like to pursue. With a deep breath, feel your desire to make this discovery or expand it further. Find a book today that helps you open this door tomorrow. King of Scrolls in reverse. A man holds a scroll as he looks across a well-groomed garden. A number of scrolls lay on the garden bench next to him. He is the king of scrolls, a man of learning, and he can be helpful to you in a number of ways. This reversal could indicate a separation from a man who can often be too analytical and tends toward overthinking. It may be the loss of a friend, a coworker, or even a love relationship. Sometimes this reversal indicates that a man of learning, communication, or teaching, whether this is you or another person, could be losing his position at this time. The person may also be experiencing a blockage in understanding. Receiving this card reverse puts you on notice to think things through and gain the clarity needed to relieve the confusion. This is a good time to try to get a broader perspective on things. You have the power to bring a more enlightened view to any situation when you take a step back and look at it anew. Take a deep breath and pull in the energy of the King of Scrolls. Feel yourself fill up with a new sense of wisdom and heightened communication. Your mind and vision grow with the power of the King of Scrolls. Is there something that you'd like to learn? So your final card is your future, your possible steps to resolution, which is 19, reflection. A full moon shines brightly over a quiet lake as a small ship glides gently through the water. The glow of the ship's lantern is reflected on the lake's surface along with the moonlight from above. This card can sometimes show a trip, particularly a trip over or by water. More important, it can reveal that you now have a direct line to your psychic gifts. You are also more aware of your emotions and more reflective about them. You recognize the differences between your intuitive voice, which is calm and assured, and your lower emotional compulsions, which are urgent and sometimes fear-based. Let yourself gain even greater clarity and control over your emotions now. This also would be a great time for you to take classes in meditation, psychic development, counseling, healing, and other psychological and spiritual arts. If you have such an interest, your yin side is wide open and your receptivity is high. Trust your inner voice and you will be guided to greatness. Close your eyes and feel yourself filled with an emotional peace as calm as a still lake. You are now in a state of intuitive reflection. Open yourself to a word or image from spirit and trust the first thing you get. Let yourself receive. So from what I gather with these cards, you might have cut him out of your life preemptively based out of your emotions. And that you might want to spend some time in reflection and meditation, getting to that state of calm and looking at the situation maybe from third person and seeing what you can learn from him or learn from the situation with him and move through it from there. Good. I'm glad that it gave you confirmation. That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm always really grateful that you guys confirm to me that the cards are speaking to you and resonating with the situations that you're asking about. I know that Nicolina is next. So I just want to check up on the chats here. I'm glad it was so accurate for you, Champagne. That makes my heart really big. Preliminal, you're welcome to that opinion. I think it's a great way to get clarity and insight if you're dealing with a situation that you are on the fence about or aren't able to so yeah, Nicolina, I'm reading your question. I'm not an astrologist. I have no idea any compatibilities, personalities, I can ask the cards what you should do in the situation with Alexander, but I won't be able to give you any astrology help there. Jen, I'll need your new channel, but you'll have to send it to me in Discord. You're welcome, Champagne. Oh, yeah. You're Leo. Good planet's so funny. Next is Nicolina. So, oh, you're not on Discord, Gems? Dang it. Yeah. Nicolina. Roll call. Nicolina, are you still here? Mazaroff. Oh boy. Nicolina, you give me a thumbs up or a wave or something so that I know that you're here and ready for your reading. If not, I'll move on to Ash. No, she did not say do the reading for you. I caught up on the backlog of the chat. Oh, in your head she said it? Oh, that's, well, you know, I can't confirm that. So unless she pipes up. Bob, you can always get a reading. All you have to do is ask. Funny. You guys are funny. It could be anybody. Exactly. Take my turn. Take my turn. Let me see if I can see if she's still here. Nicolina. I don't see her in my list of people that are here. So if she popped out, she's missing out on her turn. Sorry. I usually do have a queue of people who, it could be that she went to pee, but you know. Yes, it was Nicolina and then Ash, but Ash is okay. Nicolina's here. All right. So we're gonna just ask how you should approach the situation with this guy. And I'm assuming the party is on the 15th. But you might have an opportunity to approach him sooner. I don't know. Let's see. First card is the Akashic Library, card 2. Next is 12, the Scribe in reverse. Card 3, 7 Keys, the Ascent upright. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee here. Bob, you have an unusual nose? What, is like a pig's snout? Or an anteater's nose? That would be great. All right. Here you go, Nicolina. First card, 2. The Akashic Library. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen is in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and your new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as a greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. So I'm already getting, you know what you should be doing in this situation, but we'll continue with the reading. This card has a special note. It says, when you receive this card, whether upright or reversed, it indicates that a book will bring a message to you. Today, open any book that compels you to do so. Let it fall to any page. Read a passage there and reflect on the words throughout your day. Determine which relationship or situation in your life it addresses, and don't assume that it's the one that's most urgently on your mind. The Akashic forces are active in every part of your life, and your books are actually a part of the Akashic library. That's actually a really helpful thing, and I suggest that you do find a book at some point today and that calls to you and open to any particular page and read something, because it will probably be very pertinent. Your mini meditation says, as you close your eyes, envision yourself stepping into the most beautiful and serene of all ancient libraries. Imagine yourself taking a book from a shelf and opening it to a page. Notice the first word that comes to you. What does it tell you? How does it feel? Remember to visit this mystical library often and tap into the expansive wisdom that is yours. Oh my goodness. 12. The scribe. In reverse. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts. But in many, they were the most learned men of their time. People well versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. Reversed, you may be ignoring opportunities for higher learning or uplifting discovery. Studies that can take you far above where you find yourself today. Or you may have been asked to lead a group or share your gifts in some way, and you haven't responded. In a personal matter, you could be closing your mind to new and broader thought, which limits you from dealing with that issue successfully. Stop holding yourself back. There is more for you, much more, if you assume the mantle of higher intellect every moment. Open your mind and keep opening it. Know that this is much more than just positive thinking. It's power thinking. During this time, writing projects you wish to pursue may seem thwarted. Let yourself step back and take some time. Other opportunities for such submissions will be coming. If you're involved in a legal situation, be sure to find the right person to help you, as you may be meeting lawyers or professionals who present themselves falsely. Investigate thoroughly and use your intuition so you don't get misled. If you're diligent, you can find the right counsel. Think of an interest that you would like to pursue. With a deep breath, feel your desire to make this discovery or expand it further. Find a book today that helps you open this door tomorrow. So back to being led to or reading something today. That is being very clear. Of keys, of keys. Be a scent, upright. A man stands atop a mountain with a rope draped over his shoulder. Metal stakes known as pythons remain in the steep cliff face that he has climbed, evidence of the difficult path of his ascent. The rope and pythons may have been the physical keys necessary for this achievement, but so were his hard work and resolve. This card shows that with great effort and determination, you can apply yourself to your goals for assured success. Though there may be some risks involved, you can reach the top. There could be a promotion or advance to a much higher position coming. Understand, however, that it isn't just luck or external influences, but your own hard work and application that bring the achievement you seek. So keep your efforts strong. Instead of being passed by, you will climb to the heights. Mini meditation. There is a goal high above you, and you have to climb a steep hill to get there. Close your eyes and feel filled with the energy and enthusiasm for this goal. See how you can apply yourself to this endeavor. What steps can you take to reach the top? Hopefully that gave you a little insight. That sounds like you already know really how you should be approaching it. And you're probably going to get a couple of confirmations of how you feel about how you're supposed to approach that if you open a couple of different books today. And your last card, the Ascent, really just tells you that you have the power to do that. And it's going to take some hard work, whether it's emotional or physically, to make that manifest. But it should, as long as you trust your intuition, you should be able to get there, whatever it is that you're seeking or how you're feeling about it. Who knows that knows? You're funny. It was... Well, you said, Bob, that you had an unusual nose, and I'm assuming that you're being a human and would typically have a human nose. So my next best guess was that you'd have a pig nose. Not that I'm calling you a pig. The police. You're so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. They are the same color of the rose. Fun. Burma is in the house. Hey, hey, hey. Aw, thanks, Burma. I didn't think you had a pig nose. You just said you had an unusual nose. I didn't know where you were going with that, and I thought I'd jump you to the gun on that. Ha, ha, ha. No! Actually, cops, there's nothing that they can do. I ain't breaking the law. Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. Ash! Where'd you go, Ash? Yay, it's your turn. It's your turn. Anyway, Nicolina, I hope that gave you some insight or resonated with you in any shape or form. You don't need to pose your question out in the open. We've spent some time communicating, so energetically the cards will hear you. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that, Nicolina. And I wish you well in that endeavor, whichever way you feel about it. But do be sure to open those books today. They'll provide some deep insight for you. Ash, when you're ready with your question or situation or whatever it is that you want to inquire about, give me something. Your favorite emoji. Thebomb.com. Ooh, karma cards. I want to get new cards. I'd love to be able to work with 2 decks simultaneously to get some deeper insight, because the Akashic can be pretty vague sometimes, unless I'm working with a lot of cards. Yes, you are a card. You're funny. Well, you just had one drop out, Ash, as your comment popped up. It's the 8 of Scrolls, Unknown Paths in reverse. I'm actually going to leave that, and it's either an overtone or an alternate, so I'll pull your 3 as well. Yay! Burma's going to do a reading with the karma cards later. Cool. Exciting. Okay. Ash, 1 of Scrolls, on track. 6 of Roses, the War of the Roses. 11, the Ark of the Covenant. Your first card that jumped out was the Eight of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. So I'll go ahead and read that first, and then I'll place it back in the spread where I placed it and just put it down. Eight of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. Woodland animals gather around a woman who stands in a small clearing in the forest. The fork before her breaks into 3 separate paths. The middle is clear and bright. The left is much darker with more trees and growth. And the right is dappled by sunlight with a few shadows falling here and there across it. Reversed, you may find yourself very undecided and hesitant to move in any direction when this card is reversed. It's not only a time to look into the dark, but also a time for looking backward. The path on your left is partially illuminated by the sun and calls you to investigate it. It leads to a past or past life, relationship, talent, or experience. If you look into the history and go back to resolve the issue or reconnect with the past person, occupation, or deed, you will open the way to future success and your decisions will become clearer. No matter the reason why you're hesitant, challenge yourself now to break free from fear and inertia. It's amazing how many unexpected opportunities can pop into your future when you look behind you, and how much you can bring to light when you step into the dark. Now, there is a special note to this. It says, regardless of whether this card is upright or reversed, the past can give you more insight through the neighboring cards to reveal how your past and future converge on the present. The path that goes to the left will take you to an adjacent card that shows you how a past life is influencing you today. The right-facing path you will take to an adjacent card that shows influences on your future endeavors or relationships. I put this at the top of the spread, so the path to the right, I will have to pull out another card, which is the Two of Scrolls, Two Worlds. And then the one that leads off to the left actually leads down to your next card in the 3-card reading, which is the second card in the reading, which would be the Six of Roses. So the path to the right will be influences on your future endeavors or relationships. So I might come back to that because your one to the left is your past life influences, and that's in your second card. So we'll go ahead and move on to the One of Scrolls, which is your first of the 3 cards in the main reading. A man at a train station looks over his shoulder at the signs that point to other tracks, but he has already looked at his maps and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. The travel or a move can be indicated by this card. The meaning is often about your choices and directions. You may have been ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, a relationship, a career directive, or even a location. But now it's time to decide. Even if you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking. There is a direction that compels you. So get on board. You will not falter. Whether this card is upright or reversed, imagine yourself stepping back through the stone arch of the station and into the adjacent card. This is the waiting room for your train where you prepare for your journey. Information there can help you get on track. Which points up to, that doesn't point to anything. I figured I was gonna have a long reading today, Ash. So I'm pulling another card for stepping back through the train station. And it's number 14, Intuition, and the Count Saint Germain. God, I'm gonna have to send you screenshots of all this so you might be able to make get even more insight into this. I'll do that after the reading, after we're done here. So this is information how to help you get back on track. Upright, standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the Ascended Master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the four-robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a charge or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement, and the time is now. Some loss of power, vibration, relationships, job, or activities may be required in order to lift you to your new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the Ascended Masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the Masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now, during your initiation, and the work you do with the Masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. I will do the mini meditation for this card since we're 3 cards deep. Close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens, realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? Yeah, I have some prophecies going on here. So then your next card is 6 of Roses, the War of the Roses, which is your past influences for the paths unknown, which refers to the past. And then I'll go back to the 2 of Scrolls, which is for future influences. Let me get there. 6 of Roses. Storm clouds gather in the sky. 2 lines of mounted knights stand at the ready, facing each other across a clear field of battle. The left side carries the banner of the white rose. The right carries the red rose. This card depicts a war within a relationship and/or a battle within your heart about a relationship. Most often, this relationship is romantic in nature, but this card could also refer to a coworker, partner, boss, or family member. There could be power plays, and at the very least, there's a lack of reciprocity and communication. You are at an impasse. Your intuition or your spirit in what the white rose has told you that this experience is not a supportive one, but your passions, fears, and needs, the red rose, keep you from listening. You have tried to bring the 2 together, as indicated by the dirty flag with the combined white and red rose on the ground. But what's happening in this relationship is not compatible with your spirit's view for you. So there you stand, your spirit and your passions just watching and waiting. The situation is nothing less than karmic, and it is time to listen and take action. Awareness, vision, and self-honoring are required now for you to position yourself best and make plans to leave the battlefield. Close your eyes and see or sense a person with whom you have some type of relationship. Can be any relationship that's happening in your life. Imagine that person handing you a rose. Is this rose vibrant or wilted, large or small, bright or dark, happy or sad? What message do you receive from this rose? So remember, this is past influences, past relationships, whether this life or others, that are influencing this whole reading. And then the future path for your paths unknown card, which was our first card that we read, Ash, is the 2 of Scrolls, 2 worlds. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and baskets of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. The expansive window behind her looks out onto a Buddhist monastery high in the mountains. When you receive this card, there is a conflict in your life between what the outer world requires of you and how your own spirit directs you. You may actually have had a number of past lives where you wanted to focus on your spiritual growth, and therefore joined a monastery to do so. Then, missing wonders that the secular world could offer, such as love, family, and financial success, You chose the secular world exclusively in your next incarnation. Yet this didn't offer the spiritual focus you also sought. Because of this, it's likely that you bounced back and forth from the monastic to the personal in a number of incarnations and through a number of different phases. You now are again experiencing a polarity between a fully self-realized spiritual experience and personal success in your day-to-day life. It often feels as if you have to let one go in order to embrace the other. This push-pull will continue until you learn to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your personal life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your eternal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or possibly leave it. Who you are forever is who you are now. Let nothing impede that power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. Close your eyes and say to yourself, "The divine thrives in my daily world." Then see the God of your understanding stand beside you. See yourself walking through your life in this great company, handling everything that comes your way. Oh no. When you have sound back, let me know and then tell me where I was at. Was I reading your Akashic Force, or did I lose you on partly reading through the okay, where did I lose you? Ash. Was I reading the Two of Scrolls? How far did I get to read it? Did you hear any of it? Da-da-da. You mean read it again? I can read it again. That's fine. All right. Surrounded by a spinning wheel and basket of wool, a beautiful woman, worried and tired, gazes at the embers in the fireplace. She has worked hard at her spinning for the coins that are gathered on the table. The expansive window behind her looks out onto a Buddhist monastery high in the mountains. When you receive this card, there is a conflict in your life between what the outer world requires of you and how your own spirit directs you. You may actually have had a number of past lives where you wanted to focus on your spiritual growth and therefore joined a monastery to do so. Then missing the wonders that the secular world could offer, such as love, family, and financial success, you chose the secular world exclusively in your next incarnation. Yet this didn't offer the spiritual focus you also sought. Because of this, it's likely that you bounced back and forth from the monistic to the personal in a number of incarnations and through a number of different faiths. You are now again experiencing a polarity between a fully self-realized spiritual experience and personal success in your day-to-day life. It often feels as if you have to let go of one in order to realize the other. This push-pull will continue until you learn to bring your spiritual self to every situation in your personal life. It's time to replace worry with trust and integrate your eternal truth with your temporal reality. If you have a job or in a relationship that actively pulls you from your spirit, you must deal with it or possibly leave it. Who you are forever is who you are now. Let nothing impede that power. When you own it, absolute self-realization in both worlds will elude you no longer. Close your eyes and say to yourself, "The divine thrives in my daily world." Then see the God of your understanding stand beside you. See yourself walking through your life in this great company, handling everything that comes your way. And then your last card, which is the Ark of Covenant, your resolution, steps to resolution card, future, is Ark of the Covenant upright. Number 11, coming full circle here. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. Two men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It can also show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you're living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant, it supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose, to uphold the sacred covenant that you have to touch the world with your light. Close your eyes and imagine the ark of the covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action you can take today to pursue it. Woo! Ash. Goodness gracious. That was quite a spread. Okay, I'll take a picture of this and I'll send it to you in Discord too, as well as some of the things that were in there. Not in selfie mode. Thank you. Also help me remember which cards you had. I don't know what's everybody. Everybody wants my time, but you guys have my time now. So I'm gonna scroll up. I don't know if there's anybody in line after Ash Burma. I'd love to do that. This is getting a little lengthy though, so maybe we'll do that in Discord. There is no end here. Burma is a goddess. Life is like a dripping nose. Whose nose, Bob? Yours? Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Soul Urge. Ash, I'd like to catch up with you a little later on Discord and talk about what insight this gave to you, because it sounds like it's really in alignment with how I've perceived you and getting to know you a little bit in the flame. Sounds like you're making the right decisions. At least now you have a little bit more insight to the relationship or the past life relationship or whatever that's probably causing some problems and some definite future advice. So that's good. Bed sheets out. Because they don't wear any clothes and they just get up and wrap a sheet around themselves and then they go about their business and they go back to their room and they're not. Then they just throw the sheets off and they're comfortable again. That's so funny. You're funny. Okay, this one was first. Then this one. No. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. The last time I gave a reading that was that involved was when I gave Bob a private session. I think Bob got up to like 8 cards in that reading. And yes, you do cause your own problems. That's so funny. Boy, someone's messing with my cards. Just had 5 pop out. So I don't know if it's Burma or if it's Magi or if it's Bob. I don't know. but I'll do the reading, or maybe it's someone who's a shadow watcher that I can't see. I don't know. Cat. Was it you and Yananda this time, for real? Serious. I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. 5 cards popped out. First being the Queen of Scrolls, upright. I didn't even get to shuffle them per se. 3 of Keys, the chess game, upright. 20 is Will, Wisdom, and Mind in reverse. It's funny, like every now and again, my top chat will blank out, and I don't know what that is. Then you have the King of Forces and the 2 of Forces in reverse. And because they all jumped out all at the same time, I don't know how to spread them, so I'm just going to do them in order. Queen of Scrolls. I think I need to have another drink of coffee. It's probably one of my favorite cards in here. Queen of Scrolls, upright. A beautiful woman holds a scroll as she stands in front of a sunlit archway. Around her swirls the energy of wisdom, knowledge, and the Akashic truth. When this card appears upright, she brings important information and inspiration to you. The Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind whom you may already know or have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher to you in some way or offer a friendship that could develop into a deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some project requiring communication. She may be an author or marketer or a publisher. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. This card indicates a phase of deepening understanding and readiness to learn. It's the perfect time for personal growth and expansive learning. Whether it's mind, body, or spirit-centered, open the mysteries that are hidden in the Akashic Scrolls and step through the door of knowledge. Welcome back, Jen. Close your eyes and feel the Queen of Scrolls approach. As she hands you a scroll, your greater mind awakens. Feel the sparkling brilliance there. Three of Keys is the next card in the jump outs. A game is in play upon this chessboard. Some of the pieces are sidelined, while the Bronze Queen lies on her side on the playing field. The people represented by these chess pieces are not usually those you meet for enjoyable pastimes. This is a card of political and social conflict. You may be in store for difficult interactions in group settings, such as boards of directors, corporate hierarchies, management disruptions, or conflicted family situations. The sides seem to be clearly divided, and many of the people involved are really out for themselves. Deceit is present, and you may not be at all certain about everyone's motives or strategies. It's time for you to take an emotional or even an actual step back. The more you get involved and the stronger you hold your position, the more heated the situation may become. No matter how challenging, try to maintain an inner peace. Don't participate in any battles or allegiances, but don't let yourself be deceived either. Looking at everything coolly and unemotionally. The people around you are serving their own agendas. Try to detach, be objective, and treat everyone involved from a deeper source of wisdom without being misled. There may come a time for you to leave or distance yourself from the situation, but because of circumstances, it may not be here yet. For now, let yourself be a knowing observer and watch. And of course, the phone's going to ring, and that's the regular house phone, so there's no muting it. Burma would be a really good mentor. Okay. The mini meditation for that card says, close your eyes and feel yourself upon a chessboard. Really put yourself there and take a look around you. See who the other players are and how you feel about them. What do you want your next move to be? Burma's probably because we're connected like that, but I don't know where the handset is. It's probably buried in the couch somewhere because of the kids. And then the actual thing rings too. So it was like an echo effect. I still have no idea who this reading for is. It could be a combination. Thanks, Kat and Burma, for doing that. So anyway, next card that got thrown out of the deck is 20 in the Major Arcana, Will, Wisdom, and Mind in reverse. A gold crown of power and authority rests above a Celtic Trinity knot. On either side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water. Below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. Reversed, at this time, your authority may be diminished, and there might even be a loss of position. You may feel like your talents, energies, and even your higher guides are missing in some way. Fire does not burn downward, and water doesn't flow up. You've been spinning your wheels, overthinking things, and going around and around the same issues with little clarity about what's next. Though it still might be a time of great activity, much of that action can seem futile and repetitive. Nonetheless, the coat of arms at the Isle of Man flies high, sharing its messages that however you land, you will stand, even in these difficult times. So take a step back and don't try to fight the forces at hand. Get out of your head and do what you can to reconnect with your higher guides. Your outer influence may be diminished right now because your crown has been toppled, but your strength and authority have now become the foundation upon which to build anew. You can bring mental, emotional, and physical balance back to your life by working with the exquisite and powerful energies depicted in this card. The more you become aware of these forces within you, the sooner the right flow of energy will return. The power, heart, and mind of God dwell within you. Close your eyes and feel the divine forces. Your energy grows. Your heart overflows with love. And your mind is as boundless as the sky. Feel free. Feel yourself expand to limitlessness. That's a hard word to say, especially when I've been talking like crazy anyway. Yeah, I'm assuming that I'm guessing because you're saying it wasn't for you. I don't know if it's not connecting. AFK. I'm really horrible with the acronym stuff. I don't know what AFK means. I say AF and I think a totally different thing, and then you put the K on there and it confuses me anyway. You still hear the phone ringing? There's no phone ringing. I've got lots of notifications on my phone that I've been ignoring. Oh, away from keyboard. Ah, gotcha. See? That's why I got you guys around. King of Forces. Where'd you go, dude? King of Forces upright. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him, in the earth below his feet, the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions. Gentleness and honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just your life in general. He may also be a possible love interest, so in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the king of forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences, and new industries in environmental care. Any activity connecting with earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and know the powerful forces always moving within and around you. Close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel universal beauty and power move within you, through you, and around you. Feel how gentle this force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? Thanks for the, LOL thing. I got that one. That one's easy. I know LOL. I know AF. I know BRB. SMH still confuses me. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Anyway, hi, Rennie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, the last card in this random reading that got pulled out of my deck is the Two of Forces, the Willow in reverse. A big, beautiful willow tree stands in the summer sun. This stately tree is strong and flexible, and this card upright is telling you that you are too. The willow spreads its roots deep and wide, creating a strong foundation that is capable of standing up to anything. Now is the time for you to stand tall and feel the support of the earth beneath your feet. This card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. It also signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, in your spirit, and the depth of your belief in yourself. Just like the willow, you have a peaceful strength drawn from the waters of your soul and extending through all eternity. Stand confidently in your truth. Take the actions that support the growth of all things wonderful in your life and know that you are powerful. Take a deep breath and feel yourself plant energetic roots through the bottom of your feet, moving down to the very depths of the earth and tapping the resources you need. Notice the strength you feel rising up from this profound source of energy. So whoever those were for, hopefully that gave you some insight. It's quite a spread there. If you're a silent watcher and those were for you, you can contact me in my email or in Discord if Kat would mind dropping that link to the flame again. That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Or leave me a message on the playback of this. It's always really good for me to get confirmation that these readings carry weight. And brings a lot of joy to me that I'm in service to all of you. Well, good, Ash. I'm glad that some of these are speaking to you as well. This is awesome. It is an hour and a half in. Whee! I think it's officially the longest I've ever been on YouTube. Thank you all for coming through. For those watching back, probably didn't make it all the way through the hour and a half, or maybe popped around through the whole thing, but thank you for joining me. Is the beginning of my weekly tarot and talk. Usually talk at the beginning, and then people line up for Q for the tarot readings, which is awesome, and it takes up a good portion of the hour and a half that we're on. I will be popping off and moving back into Discord in the Flame server. So if you just click on the Discord invite, that'd be great. I think Kat Oh, cat, will you please drop that link one more time? Or I'll be forced. Here, Burma. I'm going to give you a wrench to love. Ah, oh, there we go. Thank you. But I am still going to give Burma a wrench. There we go. Anyway, be kind to others. Be kind to yourselves. Peace, love, and light. I love you all.